Now we're going to talk about another group of angles through something called the parallel postulate. Parallel means you have to have parallel lines. See those arrows? That refers to parallel. Postulate means it's a rule. It's something that's given or stated versus a theorem, which is something that's proved. So you're going to need the parallel postulate for various things that you do. So I will define it. Then I'm going to use the parallel postulate to say, why does this angle right here equal this angle right here? Okay, so I've marked up all my angles. Notice I've got A, B, C, D here. I've got A prime, C prime, C prime, and D prime, which means they relate to these angles down here. So you have two parallel lines cut by a line. Notice these are in a plane. A flat plane is the board. This line right here is called a transversal. Then the corresponding angles are equal, or some people say congruent. So what does that mean? That means, first of all, that this angle A here corresponds to A prime. So A equals A prime. In the same manner, B is equal to B prime. And C is equal to C prime. And D is equal to D prime. And these are called corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal. See, A is to the right of the transversal, A prime is to the right. They also are above the parallel lines. A is above this line, and then A prime is above its parallel. Corresponding angles. So how does that apply? Why does angle F equal angle E? And this actually turns out to be a theorem that's used in geometry, but right now we'll go through the informal proof of it. All right, notice, when you do a proof or an informal proof, you can add things to the problem as long as it doesn't change the problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to add something to this picture, and we're going to call it F prime. Okay? Notice that F prime, so I'm adding F prime. I'm just labeling it. Notice that F prime is a corresponding angle to F. So F is equal to F prime. Why? Because of the parallel postulate, which says if you've got two parallel lines, corresponding angles are equal because this transversal cuts through. Again, notice it's on the same side of the transversal and it's underneath the parallel lines. Okay, how does this help us? Well, F prime is equal to E. Why? Because it's a vertical angle that we talked about in the first video. Okay? Now, if E is equal to F prime, which is equal to F, we now know that E is equal to F. And you can either call that substitution, and it's also in some places called the transitive property. So what I have just done here is an informal proof where I have statements and I have reasons over here.